Greetings everyone, this is Dr. Abhishek.Samdesi and today we'll be discussing regarding the various modalities of allergy prevention. Before we talk regarding the various modalities of the allergy prevention, we should know what exactly is allergy. Allergy is nothing but one's own immune response against various antigens. Allergy can manifest in various forms depending on the site of exposure and the duration of exposure. Depending on the site, the allergy has various manifestations. The symptoms of upper respiratory tract can be rhinorrhea, which is runny nose. It can be recurrent sneezing, post-nasal drip, itching of the throat, as well as if it involves the lower airway, it can manifest as asthma. If the site of contact for the allergen is the skin, it can manifest as itching, redness or rashes over the skin. Now, I shall discuss regarding the steps to be taken to prevent allergy. The most common allergen is dust. When I tell dust allergy, it is not exactly the dust, but it is the dust mites which feed on the dust. Most of the humans are allergic to the antigen present in the dust mite. It is the dust mite that people are allergic to. So the steps that has to be taken to prevent this dust allergy are: number one, do not broom your rooms with a broomstick. Sounds surprising when I ask you guys not to broom your houses with a broomstick, but the concept is if you use a broomstick, the dust that lies on the floor kind of flies everywhere in the room. So never use broomstick when you are cleaning the room. Rather, I recommend you to clean your rooms with either a wet mop or a vacuum cleaner. It is advisable for those with the allergy not to do the cleaning work. If at all they are doing any cleaning work at home, they are supposed to wear a mask. The next most common thing that people often tend to forget is the pillow covers. Daily we sleep on the pillow, and this is where most of our dandruff or the dried scalp falls on the pillow. This is where the dust mites feed on the dandruff. So more often those with allergy would have noticed that as soon as they go to bed, they have this recurrent bout of rhinitis or sneezes, sometimes even worsening of asthma symptoms. This is because of inhalation of the dust mite that is there in your pillow cover. I would recommend you guys to wash your pillow cover. The next thing is your bed sheet and bedspread. We have a habit of dusting our bedsheet and bedspread daily in the morning. I would not recommend this because if you dust your bedsheet or bedspread daily, the dust which is accumulated on the bedspread will fly everywhere. So rather, just sort out your bedsheet and bedspread and tuck it. Once in every week, you're supposed to take the bedsheet, the bedspread and directly put it for a wash. The next most common thing that people tend to forget are their screens. Screens in many homes often lie without being washed. So screens has to be washed once in every 2 weeks. The other common source for the dust is your fans. You would have noticed that whenever you switch on fan, your symptoms, allergy symptoms increases like rhinitis, recurrent sneeze, or even sometimes exacerbation of asthma. The reason is because of the dust that is collected over the fan blades. Hence, the fan blades has to be cleaned with a wet cloth once a week or once in 2 weeks. The other measure you have to take is whenever you're cleaning your desk or chair or even your books, use a wet cloth. The next measure to prevent this dust allergy is make it a habit to use a vacuum cleaner to vacuum your sofas and your beds or pillows once every 2 weeks. These are the measures of dust prevention at home. When you go outside, make sure that you wear a mask. Surprisingly, as an unexpected benefit of this COVID is regular usage of mask has significantly reduced the asthma exacerbations as well as COPD exacerbations. So do wear a mask whenever you go out. Wearing a mask has the benefit because it humidifies the air, so the cold air does not cause bronchospasm, as well as It also prevents the dust entering your upper airway. So whenever you go out, make sure that you use mask. In your workplace, avoid the use of ACs. In places where you cannot control the use of ACs, you can always wear a mask. So this is regarding the prevention of dust allergy. The other common allergen that is found in every home is plants. Gardening is quite often a passion for many people. For those with allergic symptoms, remember that one of the main cause of their asthma or allergy is because of the pollen dust. So here I would recommend you to have non-flowering plants, example like aloe vera. Avoid plants which has flowers in it. Other source of allergen is the leaking walls, which results in molds and fungal growth on the wall. So whenever you have leaky walls or walls which has mold, make sure that the leakage is sealed, the walls are painted, and ensure a dry environment, because these fungal spores are the culprit which results in your allergy symptoms. Many a times people are allergic to most commonly the nuts. That includes the almonds, the walnut, the groundnut or pistachios, etc. Avoid food items with nuts in it. For those who do not know what they are allergic to, a simple way to know the trigger factors are to maintain a diary. In that diary, whenever you have an allergic response, write down what all you had done that day and what all you had consumed. For example, if you have consumed fish and after consumption of fish you have developed few rashes within few hours, it means the culprit is the fish, and that means that you will have to avoid eating fish henceforth. So that is one way of self-assessment to know what you are allergic to. The other allergens or trigger factors that I would recommend you to avoid is especially the cigarette smoke, any forms of smoke that includes even agarbatti, as well as the biomass fuel, that is the burning wood. Strong perfumes have to be avoided, and avoid chemical fumes. The diet that I would recommend for those who have allergy is quite simple. When it comes to the diet advice for those who have allergy, I would recommend to avoid very spicy food, very oily food, and extremely hot or cold food. These are the simple steps that can be implicated in one's own life to prevent the allergy. So I would finally like to conclude that those with allergy, the treatment of choice is not only corticosteroids or antihistaminics, but mainly prevention. Prevention of the allergen is the treatment of your allergic symptoms. So the secret for a successful life without having any allergic symptoms is to lead a life of discipline, cleanliness, and hygiene to prevent the exposure to the known allergen. With the above steps, you'll be able to successfully prevent your allergy symptoms to a great extent. And thank you for watching. Stay safe and do take care.